Welcome back, Officers of the Republic. Is your Coruscant Underworld Police Chief AP Gaines here, and today I have an important video regarding all of you guys who want to start dominating in Grand Arena in the early to mid game. We're going to be talking about why I believe the armor could be just as important, if not more important, in the long run than Bastila Shan, and it all has to do with the leadership ability. Now, as you guys know, I'm going to hop into her squads. I'm sorry, Nikki, I had to make a second area over here so I can talk about this. We go into Bastila Shan. Everyone knows Bastila Shan is probably the best leader for the early game, bar none. It's not even close how good Bastila Shan's leadership is for all of you guys under level 85 and even up to Division 10. This leadership is fan-frickin-tastic. Let's go into the leadership ability. Now, without the Zeta, because I don't recommend the Zeta, it's not a top priority Zeta, at the start of the battle, Jedi allies have plus 15% turn meter and protection up. 200% can't be dispelled. While Jedi allies have protection up, they deal 35% more damage. So we got a damage increase, we have a turn meter increase, but what really helps is that protection up. Now, the reason that protection up helps so much is because 200% protection up is quite a bit. You can survive off that for a while. And in the later games, this leadership is not that important because you start to take damage, that will wither away, and you'll lose those banners. But what this is really, really helpful for is those of you guys under level 85 who are still grinding your Galactic War and your events and all that stuff, people who just got level 85 and are hopping into Grand Arena for the first time. Having that protection up guarantees you get max banners for the units that you put in. What that means is if, let's say, you put in 5 guys into a GAC and you go against and you win, right? You're going to get your full 60 banners as opposed to maybe getting 55 banners if everyone took an AoE hit. One single AoE hit can strip 5 banners, and 5 banners is oftentimes in the early game the difference between winning and losing. Now, what this also does is you can undersize battles more efficiently under Bastila Shan lead, maybe with Anakin or Yoda, which are the most common high offensive Jedi in the early game. Because you have that extra protection up, you can live a little bit longer, do a little bit more damage. That allows you to undersize your battles. So instead of getting 60 banners, which is about average, if you're a good GAC players, you should shoot for an average of 60 banners to 61 banners. Most of your battles should be undersized. But you can undersize to maybe 3 men. You can get your 62 banners, or maybe even Bastila Shan and just Yoda, or Bastila Shan and Anakin, depending on which one you have. It does more damage and is the right for your account. If you have Padme, Anakin's going with Padme, so it's going to have to be Yoda. If you don't have Padme, you can pick and choose depending on how you've allocated your resources. But that being said, with 2 people, you can go in, get 63 banners. Now, 63 banners is not super better, so much better than 61. But since Grand Arena is always about a game of inches in 5v5, not necessarily 3v3, but sometimes, in 5v5 it's such a game of inches, just scrounging for that extra banner. It oftentimes comes down to that 1 to that 10 banner range. Having 63 banners in a win over 60 banners or maybe even 55 banners is massively important. Massively important. I cannot overstate how important having super efficient offensive teams is. It's the reason that my channel started doing just Grand Arena Streak, teaching people how to get high banners, how to be efficient in GAC strategy and stuff like that. And now, even as I progress to more of teaching people about the game, being more of a community channel, I'm still super passionate about high-powered offensive teams. So that's why the leadership of Bastila Shan is so unbelievably important in the early game. Sorry for that voice crack. Now, that being said, we just got armor for free at 3 stars, and besides having the signet, which gives you a bunch of fantastic buffs that are, plus 50 defense, recover, protection. Well, let's say we have it all set up. Recovering 30% protection is fantastic for banners. That's why I'm starting to lean that this might be better late game for these high banner situations. Because of that recovery, because of that max health, that defense, that counter chance is going to be fantastic for doing out big damage even when it's not your turn. But that's not what I'm talking about. If we go into her leadership, you don't even need, well, let's say we go all the way to 7. You don't need the Zeta because the Zeta adds nothing useful. Kind of similar to Bastila Shan. At the start of the battle, Mandalorian allies gain protection up 200%, which can't be dispelled or prevented. Now, you guys might be thinking, well, it's Bastila Shan's got to still be better early game. Yeah, early game, Bastila Shan's still going to be better. You're going to have more Jedi. But as you progress through, some of you guys already have your free 3-star Mando, and you're low level, so a 3-star Mando and a 3-star armor could be useful. Some of you guys have Relic 7 Mando. Some of you guys have a pretty powerful Sabine, and that armor shirt is going to be super helpful with the rest of the armorer's kit. But what I'm really talking about in this video is that early to mid game area, where just having that protection up, with, let's say you got Django. Let's say your bounty hunter team is not up to stuff, but your Django is solid, and you don't have the boss Zeta, so you're not trying to go bounty hunters on offense because you can't get that recovery for good banners. Let's say you have a decent armor who's not going to get one shot. She'll have that protection up. You throw in a weaker Mando and a Django and maybe a Sabine, and you probably undersize, and you have that same situation that you had with the Jedi, but it's another team. So you could go in 63 banners with that Bastila Shan Yoda team. And keep in mind, Division 11, Division 10, that area, you only got 3 offensive battles. So you take whatever team you can use to beat their Geonosians, right? Or if they don't have Geonosians, you throw in your Jedi, you get 63 banners. You throw in your Mandos, you're getting 63, 62, 61 banners, even 60 if you happen to have like Gar Suxon or something like that. Those banners are going to be hard to beat at that very early stage of the game. And this might carry over slightly into the later game if you got all Relic 7s and stuff like that. It could help you secure those extra banners if you go against a team that the Mandos just happen to dominate. Under the armor lead, and we still have to do some BAM testing and stuff like that. We're still trying to figure out what teams are like gimmies. Like Imp Troopers has just gimmies, like Night Sisters, stuff like that, Bounty Hunter, stuff like that, where they just kill people, they get that turn meter, it goes through really quickly. But once we figure out what those gimmies are, this leadership is going to be a good way for late game players and especially early game players to just farm banners. It's going to be hard for your opponents to beat you if you're getting 63 banners in one battle, 62 banners in another, and 60 to 61 to 62 banners if you have a good CLS or Darth Vader or some other team that you got going on for that third offensive battle. And as long as you shore up your ships and don't blow a battle, you're not going to lose. Now, this is going to be a strategy that's definitely going to be worked up in the future, but I think you guys should consider it since you all just got free 3-star armor and not that resource intensive because you don't really need the Zetas. If you have a Mando, if you have a Django, if you have a Sabine, start playing around with this in Galactic War just to see if you like the synergy, if you got the turn meter timing right. Go into that first battle, see if you can get your modding correctly so you can go boom, 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 right turn meter, so that you can go armor first or maybe Sabine first to get another armor shred and then get some big damage. Get all of that stuff situated. Get your mods in order. Bring that into a round of Grand Arena under 3v3 because 3v3 is a joke. 3v3 is free Kyber. I mean, I played the worst strategy ever on the video that you're probably going to see the day before this came out and still won. I actually lost the second round of the week because I didn't place a defense. I had 30 seconds left. So instead of auto placing, I placed one ship's team and then my Karth team and then ran out of time. So I lost because of that, which is unfortunate. But still, 3v3 is a joke. So try this team out under Mando. Just put armor lead, put Mando, put Django, or put Sabine in there. And just give me some feedback. Tell me how it goes. I really think this is going to be fantastic. I'm going to convince Nikki to start allocating resources to this character. And it's going to be a lot of fun. All right, guys. Love you guys as always. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.